Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. It's wonderful to see you all. Sorry, I'm just a couple of minutes late. I was struggling with the audio, so just let me know if everything's okay, if you can hear me all right, if everything sounds good on your end. And welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you are new here, go ahead and click that live chat button. Feel free to introduce yourself and make any requests or intentions towards your greater good. We're going to get things started off by building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests over the first hour 15. We may get visited by a kitten. Hey, you want to come up? Oh, hey. Come on up, Gertie. You want to say hi? Oh, Gertie. Oh. Aw, she got scared by a motorcycle earlier, so she's Captain Scaredy. Oh, and we have you too. So it's good to see you all. After we build that crystal grid, we're going to move right into the sending of Reiki, where you will get a beautiful Reiki session wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to have found this video. And if you'd like to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, if you'd like to schedule a one-on-one distance healing session or tarot reading, or if you would like to shop my crystal collection, go ahead over to LearnReikiPhiladelphia.com and you can see all of that there. It's also linked in the description. Your tarot for all 12 signs are up. I hope that you enjoy them. And yeah, let's go ahead and let's dive right in. Thank you so much for being here. It's wonderful to see you all. Oh, wonderful. So we're starting things off as usual with our spiral. This is made of copper. It helps to break up blockages, get the energy flowing optimally. And let's see what requests we have. Who's in? Hey, Chris, it's wonderful to see you. Violet Integration, Stella, Dell, and Lori. It's wonderful to see you both. Let's see. Oh, it's really wonderful to see you all. So let's go ahead and put those intentions out there. Okay, so Violet Integration, intentions of patience and relationship healing, dealing with significant other who is very religious. Gotcha. So patience and relationship healing. So patience. Let's go ahead and bring in dumodorite. Beautiful, like grayish blue. Ooh. Wonderful for patience and with any kind of pent up or even repressed anger. Also helps tidiness. This is one that on a physical level can help with tendons and ligaments and even to some extent connective tissue. It also helps you to stand up for yourself. So that could help on both sides of that. So we've got, there we go. Dumortierite. Let's also bring in some chevron amethyst. Chevron amethyst, there's a number of things it can do, but one of the reasons I'm bringing it in for you today, it can really help with tolerance of others, and I hope that that can be mutual to both of you. Oh, do you want to say hi? No? You want to go away? Okay. Gertie's going on her way. And the girls are having bath time. How cute. But yes, this is chevron amethyst. As you can see, they've got these beautiful chevron, like kind of white and dark gray stripes respectively. Those chevrons help to take our feelings up to spirit and help return the messages down. It's wonderful for anything having to do with intuitive connection, whether it's shamanic journeying, if it's psychic connection, if it's connecting in your dreams through prayer, whatever might suit you. So I will bring that in, but definitely helpful for tolerance of others. Also great for anything that is degenerative in nature on the physical level. So I hope that that helps. Let's see, some relationship healing too. For relationship healing, I want to bring in carnelian. It's a great stone of relationships. very connected with the sacral chakra, which is how we relate to the world around us and everyone in it. It's close romantic relationships. It's also family relationships, community, every way that we relate to the world around us. Also fertility, wound healing, colds and allergies, and in general, just sort of like how we get along with one another. It's also a superb and powerful stone for calling on romantic connections too. Here we go. Yeah, Gertie was on the grid earlier, blessing us. So she's brought her little blessings of fur. She's blessing the grid for us. So there we go. Okay, so I hope that that helps, and it's good to see you. Oh, so wonderful to see you all. Yeah. There's a lot of motorbikes around here, and they are loud, and the babies do not like the loud at all. Okay. So for Dell, blisters and Crohn's, absolutely. Let's bring in Dalmatian Jasper. And some Septarian. I did dare to have the windows open right now, so you may hear a little bit more street noise, but this breeze is wonderful. So I really need it. I can't run the air conditioner while I'm live because it's way too loud, so I just needed that breeze today. So next we're going to bring in Septarian. This is wonderful for skin wounds and lesions, so hopefully this will help the blisters that you're struggling with. It's also great for muscle pain and spasms. On the emotional side of things, this is superb. We've all been working with this in this group for a little bit now. Septarian can help us when we're doing any kind of emotional healing, especially really deep, painful stuff. It helps us to get vulnerable when we need to really get to the heart of the matter. It also helps us to start to learn about the root causes of our beliefs, our thoughts, our habits, our patterns, and the ways that we look at the world. So this might also help a little bit with violet integration. It helps to support the solar plexus, which is your center of self and personal identity. Oh, hi, it's a Gertie, and I bet she's okay to be. You want to visit? Here's a tail, everyone. You want to say hi? Can I pick you up for a minute? No. Oh, good girl. Good girl. Yeah, very loud day. I know. I'm also going to bring in for the Crohn's Dalmatian Jasper. Pardon the cattail. Dalmatian Jasper is black tourmaline that's running through Jasper. And black tourmaline helps to keep negative energy at bay. It's also, as it runs through Jasper, it can really help support clearing and calming of digestive issues, especially things like Crohn's, acid reflux, IBS in general, really anything that you're struggling with. I will sometimes, on the very rare occasion I accidentally eat gluten, I have celiac disease, I keep this around until I feel a lot better. It can help with cooperation, clearing our energy fields, our auric fields, as well as even kind of busting through cynicism when we've kind of had enough of like an environment or a situation and we've just gotten really jaded. This can help break that up. So we'll bring in Dalmatian Jasper, and I hope that that helps with the Crohn's. Oh, there we go on. And it's so good to see you here. Hey, Sherry, welcome in. Feel free to go ahead and make any requests for your healing. We're building a beautiful crystal grid to everyone's requests, and then we will transition into the Reiki. Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. Fatigue, gotcha, Sherry. And I'll get to everybody's requests. Awesome. Okay. Lori Curtis, negative people, relationships, and stress. And we've got requests for jade, Larimer, sapphire, rhodonite. Sapphire. Larimer. Peacock or opal. Rose quartz and emerald. Awesome. So let's start with some emerald. Oh, hello. Gertie is all about the Reiki today. Yes, you are. You're probably going to hear some purrs through the microphone. Yeah, you going to give us some purrs? So this is emerald, which is wonderful for healing skin and tissue. If you've had an injury, if you've had surgery recently, this can be wonderful for that. It's also great for breathing. Everything about the upper respiratory system can be supported with emerald. It can help with restoring confidence in your appearance as well. And we're still in bathing suit season, so that's still exceptionally helpful. I mean, it's never a bad day for that, but especially right now. Rose quartz we're all pretty familiar with. This loving, supportive, unconditional love type stone. This can be very consistent, allowing us to first of all, set an expectation for the love we absolutely deserve. And second, it can help us to let go of pain a little bit more easily, as it reminds us that there are things that we can invite in that feel quite a bit better. So we'll go ahead and we'll bring this in. We'll put this here and here. Next, we will bring in some sapphire, which is helpful for intuition and channeling and mediumship. It's a very powerful stone of all of those things. It's very angelic and helps us to connect with not only our angels, but also our spirit guides and even our higher selves. And if you do any kind of channeling or mediumship for other people, this can be really helpful with finding the best words to use to share your experience and what you felt so that your querent can have the best experience and a way to understand it that's meaningful to them. It's also helpful for the thyroid, bringing about justice, as well as dementia, and helping with the eyes and the ears. So we'll bring in sapphire. Next, we will bring in opal, which is sacred to many shamanic cultures. This is thought to protect anyone that's doing really good healing work. It's, in a way, it kind of keeps you hidden from those who would be doing not so positive work, so that you won't be distracted nor bothered nor harmed by what they're doing. So, very helpful stone. Chalcopyrite or peacock ore, that's the goldish color here. As it oxidizes, it can sometimes turn into bluish colors or purplish colors. This is wonderful for things like executive function, finding things that are lost, and the mental organization. There's a number of other things that it's helpful for, and I'm still in the process of researching it. These beautiful clear quartz crystals that it's in just even more empower the power of that stone. Oop, and there goes Gertie. Rhodonite helps to heal a broken heart so that you can open up to experiencing love and compassion once again. That's whether you've lost someone because they've passed on or because it's an end of a relationship. It's great for anyone who is moving through healing emotional abuse, whether that was early in life or more recent. It's great for the lungs, allergy, and autoimmune stuff, which is absolutely things I struggle with. So we'll bring that in. It's a wonderful stone. Sometimes we see this as it's pink and black. Some specimens have more black than pink, some more pink than black. So when you see different specimens out and about if you're shopping, they may look a little different. Larimer helps with connecting to our spiritual purpose and developing confidence to bring your spiritual purpose forward and follow it. It's also great for separating the ego from the self when you're doing any kind of spiritual work. And when we walk our spiritual path, it's never the same for us as it is for anyone else. Our spiritual path is purely unique, and it does feel a bit like we're a pioneer in that regard. This is a stone that reminds you that feeling like a pioneer is a good thing, and to trust yourself. So here we go. And trust your spiritual connection with your path. So that's Larimer. It's only found in the Dominican Republic. We also have jade. So jade comes in many different colors. Usually we're used to seeing sort of the lighter but still deep green. This is a darker green. I even have more of a yellowish specimen too. This is good fortune in every conceivable way. It's a stone that helps to balance and harmonize energy. It's thought to help attract and hold space for good relationships with family, in business, in community, in love, and in life. So we'll bring this in. Because it's a little big, I'm going to slide it under the grid. There we go. There we go. Awesome. And did I get everything I asked for? I did. Awesome. I'm so glad you're here, Lori. Sharina, welcome in. Mindy, maybe welcome in. Oh, I will get to everyone's request. I'll kind of bounce around a little bit, but I will get to everyone's request. Oh, and Crazy Lace Agate. Absolutely. I'll add that in. So Crazy Lace Agate, I'm fairly new to working with, even though I've had a piece for a while. And this is the Crystal Healer by Philip Permutt. Permutt. And he gives this crystal the credits of good for heart, skin, speech, and eyesight, helping to release fear and bringing confidence, balance, courage, self-esteem, and vitality. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. And this is Crazy Lace Agate. That actually came from my rock tumbler when I was a little girl. So we'll put that in here too. Awesome. There's a little cat singing to us. Yes, there is. Hi. Hey, sweetie. And we're going to do some requests for Chris. Garnet, Aventurine, Moonstone. Hi. Yeah, that's so cute. Rhodochrosite. Lapis, and we'll start there. Yeah. Can I start here? Yeah. Okay. Lapis lazuli is very helpful for. Yeah. You want to say hi? No. You want to just cuddle? Okay. Meow. Good girl. Lapis is wonderful for pain and inflammation, as well as honesty, integrity, and moving on in your career, like moving up in your career. This can help you with completing things and having follow through, meeting your promises and obligations, as well as taking personal responsibility. And it's even good for preventing you from getting into a habit of being disorganized. This is also one that helps with the inner ear as far as both balance and hearing. So we'll put lapis in there. Let's see. There we go. That's a little bit more balanced. There we go. Okay. Rhodochrosite, which is, it sounds like rhodonite and it looks like rhodonite, but it's a little bit different. Rhodochrosite helps with the mother-child bond, and this can also heal old wounds around that. This is also great for the lungs as well as in general asthma and stress headache. So this is one of the stones I'm going to put in there for Jen Vatsa because she's having a bit of a migraine. It also helps with telepathy, especially in connection with our ancestors and our deceased animal companions. Garnet helps with creativity and practicality. This is a stone that helps you find the best way to get things done in a way that is maybe unique or different, but also more respectful of your time and perhaps even more fun. It's great for courage as well, and for, in general, finding balance, finding strength, especially in times of change. It's also the January birthstone, so it's very connected with the energy of Capricorn. With aventurine, this is a stone that helps to kind of warm your heart and remind you that you're more than you think you are and you can do more than you think you can. This also helps allergies, heart rhythms, eye problems, and is even indicated in fertility. Let's do a little bit of that and that. There we go. And moonstone helps us to connect with, obviously, lunar energy, as well as the cycles of the moon and cycles, rhythms, and patterns in nature in general. This I often think of in alignment with the high priestess in the tarot. So this is connection to ancient wisdom, divine truth. It's protective of women and very much connected with old and ancient spiritual truths too. It helps with intuition, releasing patterns, attracting love in a big way, and also with kind of getting in just in a rhythm or pattern that seems to be helpful for you. It's one that if you're looking for the truth of a matter, that you can work with pretty well. It's also very protective in times of like when you're traveling. So bring that in. And I'm just going to put that under our aventurine for the sake of space. There we go. And I'm going to get to the rest of your requests as we go through. Okay, Joanna, wonderful to see you again. Oh, hey, and hi, Tracy. Oh, I did add Garnet Dell. Awesome. Okay, cool. Fatigue for Sherry. Okay, let's get that. So, there we go. Put this beautiful crazy lace agate there so you can see a little better. For fatigue, this can be really helpful, both of these actually. First is rutilated quartz, and if you look, it's kind of got what looks like little hairs or little spikes in there. And rutilated quartz is thought to focus energy where it's most needed. This is often thought of as a beautiful gift for folks who have cancer because it's thought to have the intention of, may all those treatments you're getting go to where they are most needed in your body. It also helps to regenerate energy within the body, especially when you're really run down. So that can help fatigue to a point. We'll put that on top of rose quartz. And the other for fatigue is bumblebee jasper. This is filled with energy, vitality, positivity, and motivation. It's also great for mental focus, as is rutilated quartz. This helps with empowering manifestation and decision making. It also helps with this kind of let's get to work, let's get it done. If you've been procrastinating, this can help kind of kick that in the pants. And it's wonderful for group work too, if you're collaborating with others. So it empowers manifestation, and it can help balance yin and yang in the body as well. Oh, Kanta, thank you. Thank you, Kanta. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I'm still new to this whole super chat thing. Thank you so much. Appreciate that and appreciate you. Okay. And Cherie, I hope that these help and that you feel better. By the way, bumblebee jasper, this beautiful yellow, this is from the high amount of sulfur that is in it, as well as there's quite a bit of arsenic in this. So I never recommend doing direct water infusions if you're going to make a gem essence, but especially not with that stone. Just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, welcome in, and I hope that helps. So Jennifer, migraine, energy, going back to sleep now. So we did rhodochrosite can help with headaches. Pink tourmaline can help with migraine. In addition to migraine, it's also great for everything that has to do with hormones in the body, for regardless of gender, but especially any kind of gynecologic issues at all, regardless of what they might be. It's helpful for mom and baby bonding, spinal injuries, as well as muscle weakness, and even dispelling a negative self-image. If you're trying to break your pattern of thinking down on yourself, this can be very helpful. So that is pink tourmaline. If you purchase pink tourmaline, you may see little pieces like that, or something that looks a little more like this, pink tourmaline inside of quartz. Just letting you know what it might look like elsewhere. There's an adorable cat aiming for my lap here. And feel better, Jennifer. I hope that's helpful for you. Sorry for the street noise, everyone. Okay. Mindy Maybe. New business success, excitement, and bravery. You got it. Let's do it. Picture jasper. For bravery, I would say garnet, which we already have in there. But I'm also going to bring in ruby. So speaking of toxic stones, as we just mentioned with bumblebee jasper, I'm going to bring in some cinnabar. The only cinnabar in this specimen are the tiny little red dots. Cinnabar is mercury, so very toxic. But for hundreds, thousands of years, we've used it as humans for lots of different things before we realized how toxic it was. And despite how dangerous it can be, especially if ingested, this stone is thought to be incredibly helpful for businesses to bring customers in through the door. It was always considered a merchant stone. So I'm going to bring this in for you. Additionally, a great entrepreneur stone, starting your own thing and really helping you get out there, is picture jasper. Picture jasper also goes by desert jasper, and it's great for envisioning like a really positive future and for starting new ventures and new adventures too. It helps with removing hidden fears that may be holding you back, so it can help with encouraging you to feel like you can stand up and do the things you need to do. It helps with seeing the big picture as well, which is always needed when you're doing entrepreneurial anything. And it's also on a physical level thought to be helpful for kidneys, and on kind of a global and worldwide level, if you are traveling or moving abroad or experiencing new cultures, this is a really helpful stone. So that's picture jasper. And just bear with me while I put these out. Next, I'm going to bring in ruby, and ruby is super helpful for leadership and management. It's also wonderful for courage, especially courage to be who you are and be yourself. So that is beautiful raw ruby. It's another, also this stone is wonderful for fibromyalgia as well as love and fertility. This can be a great stone as you start to step into your new leadership roles of starting a new business. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that right next to the garnet, which I think they go so well together. Whoop. There we go. So all the best to you on the success and the bravery. All the best for sure. And let's see. And I'm going to get to everyone's requests. I'm just going through. Okay, let's see. So Sharina, welcome in. Stones for clearing and healing all the gunk around getting clients and having my offers sell easily. Awesome. So offers selling easily, definitely Cinnabar. That helps with bringing your customers in. And I'll bring in also for all of us, how about some financial abundance? Let's bring in some citrine. So citrine helps with calling in abundance in all of its forms, not just cash money, but basic needs. So if you're looking for whatever it is you're looking for, if it's a car, a house, what have you, this can help, but definitely for calling in financial abundance and making good financial decisions. This also helps with balancing logic with intuition, which is really, really helpful in so many ways. It helps with nausea, and it's great for addictions and compulsions too. But it's my favorite abundance stone. So I'm going to bring that in. And you also mentioned clearing and healing the gunk around clients. Yeah. So we have Dalmatian jasper in here, which is one of the helpful stones of that, of like clearing your energy field. And I'll show you that in a moment. Dalmatian jasper has black tourmaline running through it, and black tourmaline repels negative energy. So this really helps to clear the energy field. It's also great for digestive issues. I'm also going to bring in some shungite, which helps to relieve stress and emotional pain and clear the energy field really, really well. This is also a wonderful stone if you tend to be sensitive to electromagnetic energy. Like if you get tired or sleepy or feel underwater when you're around certain electronic equipment, this can be very helpful. And it's also great for recovering from illness, surgery, injury. Great for like recovery and repair. So that will definitely help. And it also just helps relieve energy blockages in general. And I also feel like, pardon all the juggling of stones, Let's bring in some black tourmaline. So this is what's going through the Dalmatian jasper. This also helps repel negative energy. So this can be really great at clearing your energy field too. So we'll bring that in and we'll put that right next to the shungite. There we go. So all the best to you. And I hope that everything goes well in your business and in your practice. Awesome. Stella, purposeful life, peace, calm, serenity, direction, healthy processing grief and disappointment. Absolutely. So we'll get some chrysoprase. We'll get some calm and serenity. And purposeful life. So let's do these. So chrysoprase is exceptional at overcoming disappointment. And it's this beautiful green. Sometimes it's a light, bright green as well. So chrysoprase, like I said, great for overcoming disappointment. I think of it as like a pivot stone. Like, oh, I can't believe this happened, and now what do I do? And it feels like everything is lost. This is a stone that reminds you of everything you've learned along the way and everything you knew to begin with, so that you can plot a new course and feel a little bit better about it. It also helps if you feel like you've gone so far along a path that you don't want to keep going. I think of my friends who've gone to grad school with that, when they're like, why have I decided to do this? This is so much work. This reminds you that you're farther along than you think you are. Yes, there's still more to do ahead of you, but you're on your way. Also helps with picking up the pieces after loss, so it can help you emotionally to do that, as well as completing goals and follow through. So we'll bring in chrysoprase. And for serenity and peace, I'm going to bring in snowflake obsidian. This is also a great stone for letting go of feelings around guilt, should anyone be processing that. It's great for reorganizing the patterns that we have that maybe aren't in our best interest. And it can help with calming overstimulation and in general balancing mind, body, and spirit. When it comes to loss, this is great for finding hope again after loss. So it sounds like really in alignment with where you're at, as well as serenity and peace in general. Also clairaudience, which is hearing or spiritual hearing. So intuitive hearing, and with, just balance in general. So we'll bring this in. That's snowflake obsidian, which is a type of volcanic glass. And chrysocolla. Chrysocolla is superb for encouraging you to follow through on your spiritual purpose and on your soul's purpose. It helps you to make decisions that are in alignment with your highest good and with your soul's purpose. And it can help you to connect with new ways of experiencing creativity, which can help you connect to guidance around that. So we're going to go ahead and put that, it might be a little hard to see, but I'm going to put that above and beneath. So all the best to you. Also the Larimer will help you too, but all the best to you, and I hope everything gets better. Good to have you here, Stella. Good to see you again. Patty! Good to see you. Okay. And you're welcome, Mindy, maybe. Okay, and let's see. Oh, I'm so sorry you've been in bed all day feeling awful, Jen. Oh. So, Sherry Claxton, what stone do I recommend? What white stone do I recommend for healing? There's a few really good ones. Let's see. There's two I really like. let's bring in 3 because I have a feeling that Patty is going to request Rainbow Moonstone. So Moonstone and Labradorite are very closely related, and this is a type of white Labradorite. So it sometimes goes by Rainbow Moonstone, sometimes by white Labradorite. This is a stone of connecting to your spirit guides, higher self, collective consciousness, and your higher spirit. It helps with channeling, it helps with divination, and any way that you're bringing through big truths. If you want to continue on your soul's purpose without distraction and just trusting what you know you need to do, white coral is very powerful. This is a specimen that I actually picked up on the beach in Florida when I was walking with my grandmother. But yeah, if you want to connect with your soul's purpose and march forward, this is lovely. I'm going to put that here for now. And my other one is howlite. I feel like this is probably one of the more underrated healing stones in general. It is often sold as white turquoise. White turquoise is a stone, and it's a beautiful stone, but it is not the same thing as howlite. They're very different. Howlite is very, very helpful for the bones and the joints, whether you have issues around bone density like I do, if you're healing a fracture, if you are having joint pain or you need to heal an injured joint, howlite is wonderful. It's also helpful for frustration, anger, and resentment. It helps with relieving the intensity of those emotions so you can make some thoughts and some choices around what situations are there. So yeah, it can be very helpful. Yeah, it's good for dislocations, broken bones, fractures, things like that. So that's white howlite. So I'll bring that in too. So those are my favorite white stones. Awesome. Let's see. Extra intention for Jennifer Vatsa. Quiet evening on your block because reggae man on the block better STF you because you're not in the mood. Oh, I feel you. I hope it rains more too. Yeah, we're supposed to get some wild storms. I hope that this helps keep the noise down on your block. Jennifer and I both live in West Philly, and yeah. We have the Patience Stone. We have Dumortierite, but we also have some good like energy clearing and keeping things at bay, like black tourmaline, Dalmatian jasper, and shungite. So that'll help like keep that away. Let's see. I mean, as I've mentioned before, I grew up just outside of Newark, New Jersey, and the cleansing power of the brick. You can work with brick spiritually. It does have an energy. It does have a resonance. I'm trying to think of what else could be helpful. I'm feeling like definitely peace is snowflake obsidian, but just had one in mind. Let's go with smoky quartz. That's what came to mind for me. Smoky quartz can help with transmuting energy, like fundamentally shifting it, and it's a very calming stone. It helps with protection too, spiritual protection. It can also protect items. It was used back as far as the Middle Ages to protect property from theft. And smoky quartz can come in a number of shades of just like from just off of clear like this all the way into like an almost black. but especially like all of those stones, like, I've used black tourmaline. When I lived in South Philly, I actually sewed it into curtains, and man, did it help with like keeping the neighbors' energy not in my house. And that very much included their music and their communication style, which was not quiet. So yeah, so definitely that. So I hope that helps. I really, really do. And I do hope it rains more for you. Not enough for flooding, but enough to keep people inside. Oh yeah, turquoise is in my shopping list. I'm sorry. I'm going to see a friend soon that has some crystals. I've got a long list. I'm going to send them to her first and see if she can find any for me. Oh, and we do have citrine in here. Citrine, we have them in here. Yeah, this is great for manifesting abundance, balancing logic with intuition, making good financial decisions, and also for whatchamacallit, with nausea too. It's wonderful for that. If there's anything you want instead of turquoise, let me know. And also, what healing attributes of turquoise were important. Maybe there's another stone it can substitute for you. But sorry about that. Let's see what else we have. So Patty, I'm going to get a couple of yours in here too. So let's do some red tiger eye. We have chalcopyrite and septarian already. So red tiger eye, this is very protective, especially from like bullying on the mundane level. On the spiritual level, this can be protective when it comes to like malevolent spiritual work or even psychic attack. But it's also great at manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. So we'll bring that in. And next we're going to do labradorite, epidote. Okay. Labradorite, epidote. Dragon's blood, sunstone, fuchsite. Fuchsite helps with encouraging fun. This is like the perfect Friday stone. Letting go, having fun, and just for the sake of fun. It also helps carpal tunnel, spinal alignment, and sleep disturbances. Sunstone is helpful for big time expanding your vision of yourself. It helps with recognition, being recognized for what you do and what you contribute, new opportunities in career and in business and in working, as well as luck in general. It also helps with marketing yourself in a business, and we have definitely a few people looking for business support, so this is really helpful of that. And it's also great for working through phobias. So we'll bring these in. Yep. Labradorite can help with better sleep. And it's also great for clairvoyance, your spiritual sight. It helps with harmony among people, especially in things like a workplace. And it's great for research, study, and any time that you want to have really detailed attention to things, like finding an error in a lot of information, or like I think of my friends who do things like coding and data science with a stone like this, or anytime that I'm struggling with like looking at like trying to get all the littlest pieces of information that are so important in a lot of information. That's really helpful. Epidote is great. I've used it personally for helping me to heal and let go of the negative self-talk, the way that I speak to myself not being super positive. It's also great for recovery from illness and injury, and it supports the brain. Specifically, this is thought to help folks that are struggling with things like Parkinson's. It's also great for the nervous system and connecting to the fairy realm. And speaking of all of those things, epidote is actually one of the components of our next stone, which is dragon's blood. Dragon's blood is beautiful. It's like an ox blood with epidote in it. Isn't it so pretty? This one can help with skin, hair, and nails. It's good for relieving self-pity and moving past grief and loss. So this definitely sounds like it's in alignment with I'm just looking for your name. Stella. I feel like this will be helpful for Stella too. This one's also great for learning from your mistakes and with patience, with yourself and with others, but especially with yourself. It can help with the nervous system, thyroid as well. So we'll bring this in. It's such a pretty color. Yay. And let's see, I'll get a couple more too. Tree agate. I got rainbow moonstone. Let's do some fluorite. We've got opal. Aquamarine. Pneumite is a really powerful stone to keep energy off of things that are of spiritual importance to you. So like keeping it near your tarot cards or your, if you keep an altar, this can be really helpful. This also is helpful for anytime we're doing shadow work or deep personal healing. This can help us as we go to our like deep, dark, scary parts. This can help us by illuminating the way and also bringing us wisdom and guidance from spirit as we do that work. So that's pneumite. So let's do here and here for pneumite. Fluorite is wonderful for chaotic energy, grounding it, making the most of it. As it's fluorite, it's also really great for the health of teeth. But it helps to find order in chaos so that you can make the most of things. It's also great for relaxation in general. Very comforting too. So that's fluorite. And it naturally forms like this in these octahedrons, which is wild. So let's bring that in. And aquamarine. Aquamarine is hilarious. I like to call it the anti-Karen stone. It tends to deflect really low vibe and petty energy, and also people who tend to be misdirecting their pain or upset feelings at other people. It helps to protect other people from having to accept any of that. It's wonderful for forgiveness as well, whether it's forgiving to move on or forgiving to start new with this same person. And it's also great for all the fluids in the body, the circulation, as well as the teeth and the gums. So let's see if I can squeeze you in here and here. Yeah, there we go. That's aquamarine. Good to see you, hon. Mother's vertigo. Oh, so Lisa, mother's vertigo, sister's eyesight, brother's heart, and everyone's arthritis. Let's bring in for arthritis. And I know that Chris had requested this too. This is malachite. This helps with moving really difficult emotions through the heart so that you can leave the past behind and embrace a new future. But it's also great for arthritis, inflammation, and for, in a sense, like all the detoxing organs, like the liver, the pancreas, and the spleen. This is also great for depression, anxiety, insomnia, and for phobias and fears. It's very connected with the Archangel Raphael as well. But this is one that can help with arthritis for sure. Mother's vertigo, we have lapis. And for your brother's heart, we have aventurine. We also now have unakite. So unakite is great for circulation and it's exceptional for that. For the heart, the cardiac system, and moving fluids through the body. It's great for metabolism. It's a stone that I highly recommend if you're trying to quit smoking. And it's great for women of really any point in your life, but especially if it's around fertility, childbirth, prenatal, postpartum. That's Unakite. So all the best to you, Lisa. It's good to see you. All the best to your family. Knee and back issues and healthy lifestyle, eating, sleeping. Knee and back, definitely we have Howlite. And healthy eating, let's do some Blue Apatite, also requested by Chris. This is a stone that can help us with weight loss or weight gain, or just in general, a better relationship with food, whatever that looks like to us, completely unique and individual to each person. It can also help with learning about our soul's purpose and the courage to walk along it, which was also requested. And this also helps to bring in a lot of peace and harmony. If you're someone who is inclined to take on the energy of others, this is a stone that can help you to strengthen your auric field so that you'll be less inclined to do that, which can make things a lot easier to deal with, make life more comfortable in general. Good to see you. Hey, Catherine, good to see you. Susan, probably won't be here for the healing, but you wanted to know. Dexter is doing great, back to himself, and thank you for all the love. Susan, yay. I'm so glad to hear that. So, so Dexter the kitty, who's been getting some requests here for some love. Let's still send him some love, and all of our animals some love. I'm so glad Dexter's... Thank you so much for taking the time to come in here and let us know. That means a lot. Leopard skin jasper is wonderful for healing for all of our animal companions. It helps us to connect with them. Also helps us to connect with our animal guides as well. It's helpful for attracting love and romance. It's great for anything impacting the skin, as well as coordination and balance. So it'll also help Lisa's mom to some extent too. So let's bring this in. So that is leopard skin jasper. And I currently have a cat fast asleep in my lap. It's Gertie, for those of you who've been here before. Oops, there's leopard skin jasper there. Yeah, Gertie is currently snoring asleep in my lap. Barbie H, something for balancing emotions. You got it. If I suddenly hit the mute button, it's because of copyrighted music right outside the window, and YouTube will shut the stream down in a second if it picks up copyrighted music. So let's see. Yeah, malachite's in there. Money manifestation, absolutely. We've got citrine in there. We've got red tiger eye. We've got having a moment, but I'm going to put in some pyrite. This also helps with calling in financial abundance. Oh, and for balancing emotions. Yep, I've got one for that too. So just give me a moment on that. Pyrite helps with calling in financial abundance, as it is fool's gold, and we like to think that it calls in the real gold. Also helpful for intuition, as well as spiritual protection while we're being intuitive. So it helps like set that, yes, I want to hear, but only specific things, only good things, or only safe things to hear. It's also great for the brain and memory, as well as fever and the lungs. So that is pyrite. So we'll bring that in for some more abundance. Because can we have too much? No, we cannot. There we go. And for balancing emotions, one I'm going to bring in is lepidolite. Lepidolite is lithium mica. And yes, lithium, like the mental health medication. I'm not suggesting you go out, get some of this and like put it in your water and drink it. Lithium, if you ingest it, has wildly different implications for different people. Some it's really helpful, some it's not. It's used as a prescription in the West, has been since like the 40s. The Greeks used it. I mean, it's been used internally for a long time, but there definitely are some contraindications for using it that way. If you use it the way that I use these crystals, like carrying them around with you, putting them on a grid of intention, things like that, that's quite different. That's pretty relatively safe for everyone. But this is a stone that can very much help with emotional balance, as well as soothing and calming the emotions. It can also help you with understanding what might be the root cause of things going on. It's helpful to bring attention to things that like outmoded ways of thinking and patterns and things like that you can focus on to release to help improve matters. And it can also help with discernment, like should I stay, should I go, that kind of thing. So this is lepidolite. In this specimen, there's also aventurine. If you see any like the blue flashes in here. Sorry, not aventurine, amazonite. Amazonite is wonderful for self-care, especially for those of us who tend to focus on others and not ourselves. And it can be helpful for the spine and spinal nerves. So this will definitely help the backache that someone requested help with too. So that's lepidolite. We also have in here septarian. This is a wonderful emotional healing stone. It helps with in so many ways too. It helps with finding the root cause of what's going on, of beliefs and habits and things. And it can also be deeply soothing. And it's one that can help us to be vulnerable and as we do our emotional healing too. So it's very supportive. Also helps the muscles, muscle pain, muscle spasms. So I hope that that helps. And thank you for being here and being willing to share that with us. I don't have mother of pearl. Oh, Dell, on that list, the only thing I have is rainbow moonstone, and it's in here. But man, those look really cool. Oh yeah, thank you. If you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. Some of the YouTuber stuff, man, I still forget. I still forget how to do it. Oh, I'm so grateful, Susan, for you coming in and letting us know Dexter's doing well. Okay, so I'm going to take one last look at some of the requests Chris had, and then we're going to get into the Reiki healing. So if you haven't hit the loo and you need to, now is the time, because I'm about to get ready to do the Reiki with us. So did we get everything? We did not get Herkimer, or we got rutilated. Iolate. So iolate and Herkimer. Herkimer helps to empower manifestation. It helps us also to be in the present moment, which is so important when we're manifesting, that we get to sit in the present moment and appreciate where we're at now before we think of what we're jumping into. It helps also with harmonizing energy that just is a little discordant, and also with metabolism and intuition. It is not a diamond. It's actually a type of clear double terminated, meaning 2 points, because it formed this way under the ground. It wasn't carved into these. And they are found underground in the Herkimer, New York region of the US. And iolate is another stone that can be very helpful for sleep, especially if you have a lot of intuitive stuff that prevents you from getting good quality of sleep. It helps with also with money management. If you have an intention for weight loss, this can really help empower that. And it's also great for your psychic senses and like your psychic vision. So shamanic work, visionary meditation, all that kind of stuff, scrying. This is a wonderful stone. So this is iolite. So let's go ahead and put iolite. Let's put one. It looks like we almost have like extra room here and here. Switch them. Whoop. I think we've got a beautiful grid that all of you helped build. Thank you for being here, everyone. Yeah, thank you all for being here. So we're going to go ahead and do the next thing, which is I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is, a little of how it works, and how you can make the most of your session today. While I do that, if you want to help me lift the energy of this nice communal space and your space at home and the energy we're sharing, go ahead into the chat, hit the like button if you haven't already, shameless plug, and share anything that you are grateful for. Anything at all. It's a powerful way to lift and boost the energy. So go ahead, share those things that you're grateful for, at least whatever you're comfortable sharing on YouTube, because it is pretty public. And while y'all do that, I will go ahead and explain the Reiki, and then we're going to get into the session. And I'm just hearing a little bit of sirens in the distance. So if I hit that mute button for just a moment, I'll be right back. In fact, let me just turn this down a bit. So thank you all so much for being here. As I mentioned at the top of the stream, my name is DanielleStimpson, and I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, if you want to schedule a one-on-one distance healing or tarot reading, or if you want to shop my crystal collection, visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com, which is also linked in the description. The tarot for all 12 signs are up for your enjoyment whenever you want to check them out. And yeah, let's dive right into the rest. So, Reiki has become basically a catch-all term for energy healing. Specifically, I work with Usui Reiki. This set of techniques and the system that I work with is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, who created it in the early 1920s in Japan. And he was a Buddhist, and this was a technique and a method of working with energy that's very much based in the most foundational elements of Japanese culture and society. In fact, what energy is, the best way to look at it is to look at Shintoism, which is the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everyone and everything is interconnected and inextricably linked. And it's thought that spirit, however you define it, provides this life force through that interconnectedness just flowing through all of us. That's the spiritually guided life energy, and that's actually what Reiki translates to mean. Usui created this particular system at a time when teaching anything that looked like religion at all was strictly forbidden. And so it's a very spiritual yet incredibly secular practice of working with energy healing. And I feel like that's a big part of why it resonates with us so much in the West. So essentially what I'm going to be doing today is using the techniques and methods created and shared by Mikao Usui to connect with that universal energy that it's thought already is flowing through all of us, supporting our body, mind, and spirit to come into the greatest balance it can. I'll essentially be connecting to that energy and directing more of it to all of you, wherever you happen to be and whenever you happen to be enjoying this. So more on that in a moment. So as I send the energy to all of you, you may feel some different sensations in your body. You may also feel some emotions rise up or get released. You may be able to mentally process some things or hear your subconscious come through. Spiritually speaking, you may get some nice intuitive connections or just a big moment of clarity. And you may also have a lovely nap, but more than likely it'll be some perfect combination of all of those things that work for you in your best interest right in the here and now. So how do you make the most of this, or what do you need to do on your end? All you need to have is an open heart and mind. I suggest that you find a nice comfy spot to sit or lay down, but you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep your mind silent. You can simply be. If you want to, you don't even have to be still. You can stretch out a little bit or incorporate some yoga or some physical movement. You can journal. You can play some music. Whatever feels right to you in this time is absolutely perfect. For the 25 minutes that I send, I will turn the lights down. You'll notice that they'll shift gently and slowly through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And I will turn up the music. If you want to learn more about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description so that you can check out her YouTube channel and her website if you want to, purchase more of her music or just enjoy it through her YouTube channel anytime. During the session, like I said, you can close your eyes and relax and even fall asleep, or you can be very mentally active and just enjoy. But if you have to get up and grab something, if you get distracted, no worries. Even if you just want to go deeper into your session, simply take a deep breath in and out, and it'll bring you right back in. Also, this energy of Reiki isn't confined to the restrictions that we as humans have here in our dimension, where we have to be in the same place we can only be in one place at one time. That doesn't apply to Reiki. So wherever you are and whenever you're watching this Reiki is available to you. If you're here live and you're enjoying this and you notice one day that you really could use a Reiki session and I'm not live, come on back to the channel, check out the past healing live stream, and go ahead and pick any video you like by the picture of the grid in the thumbnail. That'll be the perfect session for you. And go ahead and enjoy and get that healing wherever you happen to be. Thank you so much for being here. I'm live 5 times a week, same days, same times, every week. If you subscribe with your notifications on, you're very likely to get a notification that I'm live, so you won't miss an opportunity. And it's with an abundance of gratitude that I share this energy with all of you, wherever you happen to be. So for 25 minutes, I'll send this energy to you. At the end of that 25 minutes, I'll gently turn the volume on the music down. You'll hear my voice come in, welcoming you back to your body. And then I'll reopen the chat so you can ask any questions or share any experiences, and then we can go ahead on our way. If you think of questions after the fact, you can leave them as a comment, or you can email me through my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. So thanks again so much for being here, and let's go ahead and take a closer look at that grid that we've all built together. Ooh, that's pretty. Here, let's see. I'll move me up. There, you can see more of the grid now. Oh, internet magic. So thank you all so much for being here. It really is an honor every time I get to share Reiki with all of you. I deeply appreciate all of you for being here. So, and all of you for all of your gratitudes. These are beautiful. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, Dell, I'm so sorry. On your list, I only have one of those crystals, and the one that I had was Rainbow Moonstone, which is here. I'm sorry. Vesuvianite is definitely on my, I need this list that I'm working with the universe to grab. But thank you so much. I'm sorry. If I had them, I would absolutely put them in. And yeah. So let's go ahead, and thank you very much, Patty, for helping. Cool. And I'm actually going to take that. I'm going to take your list, Dell, and put it into my list. So everybody go ahead, find a nice cozy spot. Relax to the best of your abilities. I'm going to go ahead and start the session, and I'll come back for you all in about 25 minutes. invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly come back to your body. Gently move, stretch, or bend as your body feels it wants to. Welcome in, Kelly. Thank you everyone so much for being here. It's an honor and a privilege always to share this healing with all of you, and I'm so grateful that out of everywhere you could be right now, you chose to be here. Thank you. If you have any questions or anything to share, feel free to go ahead and use the chat. And as a reminder, today is Friday, so I will return with another live stream just like this one at 8 p.m. East Coast US time this evening. You're welcome, Sharina. I'm so glad you were here. You're welcome, Lisa. All the best to you and your family. Barbie, you're welcome. All the best to you. Yeah, I'm here 5 times a week. All the days and times are listed in the description, and if you subscribe with notifications on, usually you'll get notified when I go live. Not always. You're welcome, Joanna. But yeah, I'm here again tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast US time and Sunday, 8 p.m. East Coast US time. And for those of you that are starting your weekend off, for those of you who don't work the weekend, I hope that you have a beautiful weekend ahead. And for Dell and Lori, I know you're across the pond, so this is getting later into the evening for you. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. I know, I kind of didn't want the session to end right there too. Oh, you felt tingling from the soles of your feet to the top of your head, Dell. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I felt just so connected. I was like, this is one of those sessions where I'm not going to be able to tell the time at all. So I kept like opening my eyes to peek at the clock. And like I've said, Reiki isn't confined to the same constructs that we as humans are. And oftentimes I find it difficult. Like I have to, like my sense of gauging time is completely off when I'm doing Reiki. Oh, Dell well said, maybe I'll walk in beauty. Oh, thank you, Lori. I hope you have a wonderful weekend too. Yes, bright blessings and great abundant love. Wonderful and beautiful. Mm-hmm. Gertie slept through the whole session, as did Hattie. Hattie is in one of her favorite places, hiding under my bed. Oh, Joanna, you felt oneness. Yeah, I think we all needed that sense of oneness today. Well, thank you so much, everyone. So go ahead, and if you have anything to share or ask, go right ahead. I'm going to get ready to go ahead and bring things to a close with an abundance of gratitude quite soon, knowing that I'll be back on later tonight at 8 p.m. East Coast US. Yeah, the kitties really they love it when they know when I'm about ready to get to do the Reiki. I can sit at my desk all day, but they know when the Reiki's about to happen. Even Gertie earlier was like wanting Reiki to start already. Like she got up on my lap and was like, "Where is it?" And then jumped up onto where the grid usually is, like looking around as if to say, like, "Where's the crystals? Why aren't we doing Reiki yet?" Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and close out the stream. So grateful for all of you. Thank you again so much for all of your ongoing support. It means the world, and lots of love to all of you. 2 of the crystals in the upper left side of the grid appear heart-shaped, and you really needed to see that. Oh. Yeah, they kind of do. Here's another one, too. Oh, I forgot to put in tree agate for you, Patty. But here's another heart-shaped crystal. Awesome. Yeah, and I've added your requests for stones to the list of stones that I'm looking for the grid. Yeah, this is tree agate in my hand. That just happens to be heart-shaped. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I hope you all have a beautiful... You're having trouble with your... Okay. Gotcha. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Lots of love to all of you. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day or evening wherever you happen to be. Take care, and bye for now.